Hello everyone and welcome back to another deck idea brought to you by Double Sleeved. Today we're going to be covering the ultimate deck that's recently come out. For those big fans of androids and Cell, you're going to love this deck. As always, we've got it in front of you if you're interested in the deck list there. If you want a more in-depth kind of analysis on the deck, then be sure to stay tuned for the video. If you enjoy the video, leave a like, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. Starting things off, we've got Cell, we've got the leader. Activate main once per turn. Place one android card from your hand under this card. Draw one, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less and KO it. Our awakens when we're at 4 life or less, or if there's 3 or more cards under this card, we may draw one, switch one of our energy to active mode, and then take cards from our life to our hand until we have 5 life left over. Really good being able to KO a 3 or less simply by placing an android underneath. We want to get the androids underneath our leader to get to our awaken earlier, and we're able to draw a card from that too. So it's good to just be able to remove a lot of the 1-drops in the game at the moment that our opponents want to play turn 1. And we do have a lot of effects within this deck that trigger from KOing cards, so that can be handy too. On our awaken side, we've got the 15k leader auto. Place one android card from your hand under this card. When it attacks, draw 2 cards. So we're going to be cycling through our deck quite a lot. Activate main once per turn. Place 2 cards from this card under this card in the owner's drop area. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it, and this card gets plus 5,000 power and critical. Extremely good to be able to remove any battle card as long as it doesn't have barrier, so we're not restricted to energy anymore, and attacking with the 20k critical is always really good too. You're going to continuously get cards underneath your leader using the auto when we attack, but a lot of the other cards that we have can place cards underneath our leader simply with their activate main. For example, we've got the Android 18, Absorption Imminent. It's a 1-drop 4k. When it's played, draw a card. With an activate main, if your leader is a mono green Cell, place this card under your leader card. And then we've got the Android 17, Absorption Imminent. When this card is played, look at the top 5 cards of the deck, add up to 1 green android card among them, and then shuffle the deck. And then the same activate main. If your leader is mono green, place this card under your leader. So another couple of ways to get more cards under the leader to allow us to awaken early, or to give us more options with the activate main. Cell Absorption Onslaught. This is a 1-cost 4k. Unique. We've got a Union Absorb limit 1, so we can only activate this Union Absorb once per turn over various copies of the card. If your leader is a Cell card and you place one Android 17 from your hand or drop area under this card, play up to 1 multicolor Cell card with an energy cost of 4 from the deck or drop area on top of this card, and then shuffle the deck if you look through it. We've got the activate main. If you have a green unison in play and your opponent has no battle cards in play, play this card from your hand in rest mode. So a really good way to set up on that turn 2. We want to be playing our unison on turn 2 to then play out the Cell for free. And since we can KO 3 or less on our unawakened side using the leader's activate main, then we can pretty much ensure that our opponent's not going to have any battle cards on the field. The Union Absorb doesn't cost any energy, which is really good, and we can use the 17 from hand or drop area to play the multicolor Cell from the deck, which allows us to thin out the deck. It means that we're not going to miss on the pieces that we need, and makes the deck really consistent. Then we've got 1-drop Cell Startling Assimilation, another 4k. Unique Union Absorb, again, this is the same limit 1, and we're going for the same Android 17 from hand or drop area to play the multicolor Cell from deck or drop area with an energy cost of 4. However, this one has the auto. If your leader is a Cell card, when an opponent's battle card is KO'd by your leader's skill, you may play this card from your hand in rest mode. So another way to be able to play this card for free rather than paying the energy for it. So if we've got the unison, we can play Absorption Onslaught, and if we KO something, then we can play Startling Assimilation. It gives us a couple of different options. Next, we've got Android 17 and 18 Absorption Imminent. We've got Unique, Critical, 10,000 power. Auto limit 1. If your leader card is a green android card, when an opponent's battle card is KO'd by one of your skills, you may play this card from your hand. And then we've got the activate main. If your leader is a mono green Cell card and you place this card under your leader, draw 1. So again, another way to get cards underneath our leader pretty easily, even allowing us to maintain the same hand size, which is really good. But Another effect that if we KO something with our skills, we can play this card from our hand for free. So if we do KO something with our activate main on our unawakened side, then we can play the Android 17 and we can also play the cell for free as well, which is really good. Moving into the cell chain itself, we've got the 4-cost cell Dawn of Despair. 16k energy exhaust barrier. We've got evolve 1 green over an Android 17, so another way to play it rather than the Union Absorb itself. And then this card also has Union Absorb, limit 1 for 1 green. If your leader is a cell card and you place 1 Android 18 from your hand or drop area under this card, play up to 1 multicolor cell card with an energy cost of 8 from your deck or drop area on top of this card, and then shuffle if you look through it. And when this card is played from deck or hand, we get to draw a card too. The 8-cost cell that we're going to be playing is Cell Unending Torrent. It's an 8-cost, 20k energy exhaust blocker, evolve for 3 energy over an Android 18. We've got a permanent. If this card would be removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, you may place 2 cards from under this card in the owner's drop area instead. So extremely good at being able to keep this card on the field. There's not too many things that can interact with permanents to prevent them from triggering. So it's going to be a very difficult card to remove. We've also got to activate battle once per turn. If your leader is a cell card and you place 1 card from under this card in the owner's drop area, we get to switch this card to active mode. So we can attack twice, we can block twice and things like that. Again, it's just extremely difficult to remove this card, but it is worth noting that the permanent does only trigger on opponent's skills. So if your opponent swings into this card and combos higher than 20k and you don't out combo, then the permanent won't trigger and this card will get removed. Unison for the deck, SS3 Vegito Peerless Fusion. It's a 2-cost 15k auto once per turn. When you activate a Union skill, draw 1 card. This is really what makes the deck kind of turbo through cards as well, since we're going to be activating a lot of Union Absorb. So if we're activating Union Absorb to play the cell, then we're going to draw off the cell and then draw off the Vegito as well. We've got a +2 activate main. Choose all of your mono green battle cards and they gain revenge until the start of your next turn. We do have some mono green battle cards, but generally we're going to be sticking with the multicolor cells out, which aren't going to be gaining revenge. But being able to +2 markers each turn is really good, especially with this Unison where you need to keep an eye on it because it has the -7 activate main. If your leader is mono green, look at your opponent's life, place 1 card among them in the drop area, and then your opponent shuffles their life, chooses 3 cards in their hand and discards them. Extremely good ultimate effect and something that you have to be mindful of when playing against this deck. Frieza, Charismatic Villain, standard green card, counterplay. You can't activate counterplay skills on other cards for the turn. Play this card from your hand. If you have a green Unison with 2 or more markers, you can activate the card's counter for free. And when it's played, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, 7 or less, and KO it. Super combo, if your life's 4 or less and all your energy is green, you get to bottom deck a card, draw 2, and this card gains 10,000 combo. Homicidal Clones, a 2-cost extra card, negate the attack and play a meta token which gains blocker for the turn. And we can, if your life's at 5 or less, you can take a life to your hand instead of paying the energy cost when activating this card's counter. Dormant Potential Unleashed, it's a 1-cost extra card with a permanent. If you have a green Unison in play, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying its energy cost. And if your leader's mono green, choose any number of your opponent's battle cards that add up to a total energy cost of 2 or less, KO them. Additionally, you may choose 1 green card in your hand and discard it. If you do, your opponent can only attack 1 more time this turn. Really good at stopping our opponent from attacking multiple times. Surprise Attack Frieza, it's a 15k critical. Activate this skill when your opponent's battle card is KO'd. If Surprise Attack Frieza is not in play in your battle area, you may play this card from your hand. We've got a lot of different battle cards and our leader which KOs quite easily. So as long as we've got this card in hand, we're going to be able to find a way to get this card out, and it's just a free 15k critical, which is really good. Android 20 Vile Creator. So this is a 1-cost 5k combo. But when you combo with this card during your turn, you get to choose up to 1 of your attacking green Android cards, and it gets plus 5,000 power and double strike for the turn. So we can use this in combination with our leader to have a 30k double strike critical, since our leader will gain the 5k for the activate main, and then we're going to be getting the 5k combo plus the 5,000 power and the double strike as well. So a 30k double strike critical is extremely good. Or we can use it in combination with our cell. to give the cell an extra 5k and have the first attack as a 30k double strike, and then the second attack as a 25k double strike, since we're able to restand with the activate battle. Fuse the Masu Deity's Wrath. It's a 20k indestructible, activate main for one generic energy. If you have 3 or more energy, choose green battle cards in your battle area with 5,000 power or more and a total energy cost of 5. Place them in the drop area, play this card from your hand. When this card attacks, your opponent chooses 1 card from their hand and places it in the drop area. Extremely good just to play over the Freezer Charismatic Villain. Has indestructible, it's going to be extremely difficult for our opponent to remove. And then we've got the secret rare, Selzeno Unspeakable Abomination. This card has had an errata, so we've got Ultimate, Deflect, Energy Exhaust, and Successor. And then if you have 5 or more energy, when you play this card, choose up to 3 cards in your opponent's hand, place them in the drop area, and then this card gains dual attack and quadruple strike for the duration of the turn. We're able to go up these cell chains so easily that we can quite effectively have the 8 drop and the 4 cost out to then Successor for the cell. But that's the deck. I think a lot of people are quite interested in playing this deck. We've seen it come up at our locals quite a lot. Ultimate decks are extremely good because you generally only need 2 ultimate decks and a couple of staples from previous sets to have a pretty strong deck. But let me know what you think of the ultimate deck, if you prefer this one compared to the Toa. As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next deck idea.